Markable number 18. 8. God, number 18. Yeah. This is the Pantagruel speaking. Your ship is now permitted to dock. Please follow the beat. Understood. Initiating automated boarding. Wow. You really are over a freeway border. Only just barely. Non-intervention zone should span the entire surrounding area. Supposedly. Not much chance for interference when you're straddling 3 entire countries, huh? Yep, first off the evacuation route into the public to make a big effective flight. Did we really have to go all this way here just to find out what me and Mark found? Enter the front runners. Pantagruel landing craft. Certain countries linked to the model of the VST-110 type avion. Scout ships from the Pantagruel, more from the northeast and south. Northeast and south? That makes the origins clear, geographically. In that case, the ship coming from the east was a new state-of-the-art military gunship from the Republic, courtesy of the Burn Company. That's right, complete with higher carrying capacity and expanded cruising range. So many different countries don't get on through. Seriously, does this mean not all of
Indeed, important figures from each one of our neighboring countries. The Kingdom of Liberl, the Principality of Remiferia, and even the Republic of Calvard. And if all goes to plan, we'll have a few special guests from the Bracer Guild and the SSS join us too.
Pantagruel frontal wall. Been about a month, hasn't it? Alright, this is where you speak. Wow, this ship is huge. Hey, that's Bobcat too. Just like you said.
So, you showed up after all.
Brigadier General Bard.
As do you, Schwarzer. Despite everything General Le Guin and Miss Clotilda tell me you've been through. Your Highness, Lady Angelica, it's a pleasure to have you back safely with us. Agreed. Things have taken a real turn since Ordis's last provincial council. What happens here today could very well change the course of history.
Wow, the course of history? Quite an assembly event. Indeed it is. In fact, some of our guests have already arrived. Though many of them have something hidden.
Follow me, everyone.
god, I'm getting freaking PTSD from this. Damn it, Altina. Wow, incredible doesn't even begin to describe this place. Actually, haven't you and Instructor Reen been here before, Alan? It's a bit of a long story, but I shall not... Altina! Reveal the details of his misconduct during the case. Reen, what did you do? Okay, let me just get one thing straight. First off, she had the door unlocked, so I didn't know she was sleeping. And second off, the only time we actually encountered afterwards was when I was trying to escape with the princess to buy some time. And yes, I was holding her, but as mentioned, it was a misunderstanding. I'm not entirely convinced. I'm afraid I didn't have pure intentions. That's the whole problem. It's hard to be pure. As I've told you before, Veen, nobody likes goody two-shoes. But now, can you guys just, we've known for a while of your unsociable ways. Yeah, really accept the fact they're completely clueless about people's feelings. Veen's got all the luck and all the bad ones, I'd say. It's been quite long. Alright, I forgot about that. Man, there was a lot going on that day. Didn't need your input, bro. Without anyone near that day expecting that sort of daring escape for you. Wow, that must have been so cool. Me and you have. You really can't judge a book by its cover. Guys like you and Lloyd are really something else. Leave some charm for the rest of us, will you? Instructor Sarah, Toa, requesting permission to burst into tears. Permission denied. This just means everyone likes you, Reen. You're a lucky man.
Wow! It looks like the party's already started.
Oh god, that freaking... Permission to burst into tears.
Kinda feels like this meeting was a long time coming, huh?
It's welcoming committee.
Well, I'll be.
Took you guys long enough.
Long time no see, Tita.
Have you grown a few, Reach? Or am I imagining things?
Estelle... Joshua...
Hello again, Tita.
Ren! Oh, you guys... Don't you get...
So melodramatic. And here I thought you two'd have grown out of this by now.
You're one to talk. I can see you getting a little choked up yourself. Seems like you've been holding up pretty well, Agate.
As if there was any doubt. We're making progress, don't get me wrong. But there's still a lot left to take care of.
All the more reason to stay on top of our game from here on.
Oh, Sarah! You're here too!
Nice to see you again. It's been too long.
Man, it sure has. What's it been, like 3 years since you were last here in the Empire? Oh yeah. Let me introduce you to Fee. Sup?
Fee? Like, the Fee?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sylphide. As you can see,
You can just call me Fee. I've heard a thing or two about you guys, too. You know, from Agate and Sherazard.
Oh yeah? Trust them to embarrass us like that.
Speaking of Shera, we still don't know where she is, do we?
Not a clue. We know she's still alive, at least. Way I figure, if she was in trouble, she'd contact us with that thing she's got.
Right. It's only been about 2 weeks since we last heard from her.
She left Heimdall altogether just after that, didn't she?
Yeah. I've got all the other Erebony embracers looking out for her.
Tio! Nice tackle, Kia. Lloyd, Ellie, I'm glad you guys managed to come.
Of course. We wouldn't miss this.
Oh, I can't help myself. Come here, you two.
Ellie, I can't breathe.
Oh, Tio.
Tio! I'm so relieved to see you're okay. Yona's been worried about you too, you know.
Oh, you don't say. That's cool. But also, I could really use some air.
Hoo-wee! The dynamic duo's getting bigger and bigger by the day.
Good to see you, Randy.
Right back at you, Lloyd.
Now hold on a moment. You didn't think I...
Who's the dynamic duo? Me and Tio? I don't think we got any taller.
No, not a... crap. Forget I said anything, alright?
Shame on you, Randy. There are children here.
Meaning, back when I did Sims videos, I swore a lot.
And we didn't forget about you, Yuna. Kia's been telling us about all you've been up to.
We heard you helped set Tio free. I'm so proud of you. Well, that was as someone who's always looked up to the S...
What do you mean? You're a lot closer.
That's right. You carry on the spirit of Crossbell.
I think we're all aware of how much you look up to the SSS. But you know what? It goes both ways. We're just as
Thank you.
Well, at the very least, you've gotten a bit more tame.
Come on, Randy! Let me have my moment!
Okay, that's Sarah ruining Reen's moment, and Randy
Oh,
ruining Yuna's
right!
Ellie, you look amazing! It's been too long. I'm so glad you guys finally got the chance to reunite.
Oh, that's right. Elisa and Ellie met up about 3 months ago, huh?
Yep. Elisa's the granddaughter of the Reinford Company's founder. Not to mention a Thor's alumnus.
Thank you, Elisa.
Yeah, get your subtitles correct for you.
Though, I don't think I look even half as good as you. Allow me to congratulate you on your reunion as well.
I suppose I'd better introduce myself for the... My name is Reen Schwarzer, graduate of Thor's Military Academy, Class 7. Ellie, Estelle, Joshua. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. Elisa's told me quite a bit about you already. Perhaps a bit too much, actually.
Ellie?
We definitely know you by now, after all the stories we've heard. From Tita's letters, and Ren. Even Olivier. And Toval.
I see. It's no surprise you knew His Highness, but I wasn't aware you knew Toval, too.
Where are you,
Yep.
Trace?
We met back on our first trip in Erebonia. He helped... It's good to meet you, Reen. This has definitely been a long time coming. Don't worry. You can loosen up around us. We're the same age, more or less, right?
Got it. Looking forward to working with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
As are we.
Oh.
It's been a while, Lloyd. How have you been?
To see the other two survivors of Hamel?
Busy, to say the least. It's been crazy this past year and a half. I really owe you for your help during Operation Birdcage. I'm sure I'll get the chance to return the favor, though. From here on, Reen.
Instructor Reen?
Honestly, I'm not sure I'm sure you've heard about what I've done.
Reen.
You were out of control, yeah?
It's my fault that the curse spread throughout not only the... It's the same with Northumbria and Jirai as well. Even this awful war with Calvard. I have no idea how...
No, Reen. That's wrong. It's my duty as a detective to look beyond what's on the surface. You want to know what I see? I see that this was all a setup from the very start. Nothing you could have done would have possibly changed the outcome. I see a man who, despite it all, never fell to despair. A man who continues to push back, not just for Crossbell, or even... Within you lies the strength of countless allies, helping you move forward through whatever may come. I'd like the SSS to be a part of that, Reen. Empire or Crossbell, where we're from doesn't matter anymore. Now we're fighting for the world itself. Together.
Lloyd.
Now I understand why you look up to him the way you do.
Yep. Told you he was great.
Wow. How am I supposed to follow up a speech like that?
Yeah. Especially after the fiction.
I'll gladly take your words to heart. It's good to have you with us, Lloyd. I'll be honest with you, our situation is looking grim. And it's only going to get worse from here. But that's never stopped us before. With you on board, we'll overcome every barrier in our way.
You got it.
That goes for us, too. We Laburlians got your back.
I see you've saved me the trouble of rounding you up.
Hello, Aurelia. Fortunate to be here.
Principal Le Guin.
Right on time. Is
she?
General Aurelia Le Guin, commander of the Viceland Army.
Wow. I can tell this lady's a serious badass.
That's an understatement. She's one of the greatest swordmasters of our generation.
Bracers of Liberl. Special Support Section. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Aurelia Le Guin. Well met, all of you. I'd love to chat with each of you individually, of course, but time is of the essence.
What?
I knew it.
Well, if it isn't the Special Support Section. I do believe it's been around 2 years since our paths last crossed, though it would seem Arios is not with you this time around.
A pleasure to see you again, your lordship.
Our apologies. Arios had some pressing matters to attend to, though he did make sure to send his regards.
Is that so? I suppose I expected as much.
Yeah,
a man in his position seldom has any time to spare. Princess Elphin, I bring you my greetings and condolences both. We received news of Emperor Eugen's condition, as well as the tragedy that befell Prince Olivert. I can only imagine the pain this must put you through. You have my deepest sympathies.
And you have my sincerest appreciation, your lord. I must admit, I didn't expect to be able to meet with you so soon.
Nor did I. A silver lining in the dark cloud that brought us here. Lady Mildine, allow me to thank you once again for the invitation.
The gratitude is ours, your lordship. It's an honor to receive you.
Ha ha! This is quite an extraordinary crowd we have here. Correct me if I'm wrong, SSS, but it was 2 years ago that we last met as well, was it not?
Yes, back at the trade conference.
It's good to see you again, sir.
Princess Alphin, Lady Mildine, I don't believe I've ever formally had the pleasure. Though I suppose in a way we aren't entirely unfamiliar with each other. I had the privilege of meeting your brother, you see, back during the conference.
Ah, yes, he mentioned you before. Please, knowing you're here helps put into perspective the true scale of Operation Meal Mirage.
It's an honor to have you. We do appreciate. After all, I'm sure you, of all people, have been particularly busy of late.
What? No way!
So that's how this is.
I don't even know how to react.
How silly of us. I didn't realize we had neglected to make our introductions.
In that case, allow me to go first. I am Albert von Bartolomeus, Grand Prince of the Principality of Remiferia. It's a pleasure to meet you, students and alumni of Thor's Military Academy.
And I'm Samuel Rocksmith, President of the Republic of Calvert. I'm sure I'm the last person you would expect to see here.
Prince Albert is one thing.
Indeed. And in person, no less.
What's the President of Calvert doing here? We're on the first...
That is exactly why I chose to attend, Machius Regnitz. Ah, and you must be the acting Duke Alberea. And, you're Fee Clausel, correct?
Let me guess. She told you.
As I suspected, you work for Calvert's Central Intelligence Department.
That's right. I'm a second lieutenant in the CID, as well as a member of the Special Force Hercules. Thanks for your help before, by the way.
I'm Lucy Sayland, private secretary to the Grand Prince. For those of you we met before, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Now I understand. You were investigating Erebonia's internal affairs to prepare for today's meeting.
Wait, back up a sec. If the heads of Remiferia and Calvert are here, then...
There's only one more big nation we're...
Cassius.
It would seem they've arrived.
They made it.
Oh, you have got to be shitting me.
Liberl has just as much a stake in this as anyone else, after all.
Oh!
It's the Princess of Liberl. And beside her...
Man, today's just full of surprises, isn't it?
Sorry for the delay. I have to say, this is the most luxurious ship I've ever seen.
Thank you once again for inviting us. My name is Claudia von Auslies. I will be participating on behalf of Queen Alicia II of Liberl. Delighted to make your acquaintance, everyone.
Cassius Bright, Lieutenant General of the Royal Army of Liberl. Unfortunately, we don't really have time for pleasantries. How about we get straight down to business?
I should go around and talk to the attendees myself. I definitely want to check in with those from the borough and possible. Might as well talk to the representatives from Calvert and Remiferia too while I'm at it. God, definitely have to unpleasant flashbacks. was when the princess being held hostage. I remember that much. Oh, there you are. Introducing yourself to all the important people, are you? Well, I thought I wouldn't have. What are you up to? Oh, well, I'm really standing around. I've been on the airship before, seen all of this. Anyway, the talk will soon be over, so I might as well wait here. Is something bothering her? She's not hiding from It's not that man from the girl, Cassius. She's been acting funny around. Being acting? Well, I'm just getting subtitle here. I get it. He's a master of the 8 names 1 blade stuff. He's got a nickname behind him. Ah yes, the place of which our king has been causing grief ever since. Hey, can I go back in time and stop the rescue mission? No? Okay. Naomi, steadily working your way through the crowd and everyone. Are you going to talk to Taylor too? That's okay. Special Second Lieutenant Taylor? Yes, you may speak to me at any time about resolution. I shall do it. I'm grateful for your help, boys. I had a feeling you'd get to our house. I had my suspicions. It seemed I interrupted your conversation. What was it about? We were just touching upon recent international affairs in Calvert. I'm not sure what you might have heard about the situation. The ruling party lost to the opposition in the recent elections. Once President Rock Smith's term ends, he will forced to step down. So the entire government is being swapped out. That's a drastic change. The country is already in crisis, but there's also been acts of terrorism carried out by the anti-immigration. I was going to say facilitation. God, why do words always come out my freaking mouth twice? Whatever. I see. Immigration is a very divisive issue in the Republic. With each passing day, it's becoming more apparent how weak our country is. I expect our leaders to announce a new course of action after today's discussion. Thank you. I have a handle on Calvert's situation now. Despite your age, Kayla is remarkably sharp. By the way, it's so good to see you again, Kayla. How's Kitty Cat feeling? You make it sound as though a long time has passed since you were last in Calvert. Angelica, that killer cat, is she who I think she is? You picked up on her name, huh? She's a practitioner of Tayo. She's the one who taught me. I thought so. Kayla, have you also been taught in the title style? No, although I do admire Eastern martial arts and swordsmanship. Pursuing those arts requires serious dedication and investment at one's time. I admire you having reached intermediate level in the 8 years one blade style. Thanks. Well, yeah. He's been practicing it for years, of course he's freaking intermediate at this rate. Now talk to me. You bulked up since I last saw you, Lloyd. You haven't grown taller as much as got wider in shorts. I often noticed when in the gym, I had to get my outfits retailored. Oh, I didn't know. You see him every day, so the difference isn't as obvious. I look more like his brother now. I've only seen him in pictures, but yeah, I'd say so too. Now, if only I have his height too. Is it Guy Bangs you are referring to? There was once a high-ranking officer and crossbow police department, but he died in the line of duty 5 years ago. Yeah, we used to live nearby. Only knowing him from my memories of the past. He was very tall and he seemed like a reliable person. Yeah, I feel like such a kid compared to him. But there's no use in wishing I was more like my brother. I've got to play the cards I've been dealt. It's me you've got, not him. I'm determined as can be to end this and work towards the independence of the crossbow. Me too. Spoken like a true leader. It is no wonder you were able to shake myself and instruct Irina off during our encounter 2 years ago. I've always been through a lot. In fact, I might have had it easier than him. It seems to me that I had a brother though. His brother sounds like an amazing person too. Let's talk to me. Are you busy playing nice with everything? Well, we've got to make the most of this opportunity. Lloyd, there's a lot for us to catch up on. I'd love to get a drink or two with you if we had the time, but sweet, I'm coming too. How about we go to a place I know when this thing lands? It's got some very nice brandy. Alright. That's just like that. You think? Actually, that reminds me. Risha Mao's busy elsewhere right now. Yeah, there's a bunch of different factions at play here, both within and outside Erebonia. The other members of the SS and our close allies are all busy dealing with them, like No, Chief Sergei, Dudley and Arios. That's right, Fran and Whiteley help us out sometimes too. Sonia and Mireille have been keeping their heads down. They can't do too much considering their position. Members of the same Crossbow Guardian force that was absorbed by the Imperial Army, aren't they? Both very capable officers. Yeah, they have the same objective we do, but different obligations. Not related to the contents of today's meeting. Okay, I'm just gonna get a clear picture. Can't help but get an idea of the master plan looking at our people, Muse and General Aurelia invited there. Maybe we should work for our intelligence department. I doubt I can match up to the terms. Okay, can someone tell me what's going on? Same here. The only thing I know for sure is that these two got to stop showing off already. I believe you're just projecting and circulating. You can do the same if you try that. Hey, I'm not sure I like what you're saying, kiddo. Me and chatted with Lloyd's group for a while. Well, I sure am lucky getting invited on board the Pantagruel to carry out exclusive interviews. So many interesting people all in one place. Ellie, Tio, Elisa, and even Emma of the Hexen clan. The other day back in Crossbell, I was thinking to myself, now this seems like fate. Elios must have guided me here to thoroughly interview you all. Maybe later if it doesn't take too long. Sorry, but I'd prefer if you kept me out of the papers. I'm really keen journalist, please. You should be aware of this, but you won't be allowed to publish anything about this meeting in the foreseeable future. What about the freedom of press? Just kidding. I understand not being invited to this top secret get-together is a great privilege, and I won't be able to write about it for a while. But once international relations become somewhat normalized, maybe I'll get the green light to publish a special report on this. After all, my duty as a journalist is to observe and document important events. That's definitely an important role. That's a sensible approach to take. I'll take everything she says with a grain of salt. Helping the materials you collect here will bring you the fullest of Anyway, there's no harm in it, is there? I missed my chance last year and the year before. As Grace, a journalist working class. Whatever the reason, she must have impressed the right people to be allowed to. Aha, money. Queen Schwarzer, will you greet me? I'm not at liberty to talk about a lot of things. Grace, you're putting them on the spot. She's very single-minded about interviewing people, but she's the right person. You know how old Tio. Queen, you look just like Grace, walking around and sniffing out info. But it's not like I'm not curious about me. By the way, I was surprised that Rita didn't show up. Me too. She left the barrier and vanished somewhere. Worries me a little. Yeah, it's kind of suspicious, huh? You're nervous she's plotting something. I don't mean to sound ungrateful since she's helped us numerous times, but Rita's known to pursue pretty questionable goals. I think we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Thank you. Probably the same could be said of my mother. Chairman Arena? Well, she's raised a wonderful daughter. There's no way she could be a bad person. Oh, thanks. That was nice of you. How is it? Grace, control yourself. Sorry. You can tell her off any number of times. She goes back to her MO right away. Not that I play Phantom Masters, but... this coffee is excellent. Yeah, the biscuits are great. The Remiferia's specialties. I'm glad that you'll like them. Afternoon coffee and biscuits. What a wonderful custom. I could get used to this. So true. I was worried that you'd be pretty unapproachable since you're the Grand Prince's secretary. Surprised that you're not that much older than us, sir. I never dreamed of being the president of Calvin and Grand Prince of Remiferia. Grand Princess Claudia and Lieutenant General... I was gonna say Brian. Lieutenant General Cassius are here too. Got a bit tongue-tied there. What am I doing? I've been doing YouTube for about 3 years now and I still get fucking tongue-tied. Ridiculous thing. Whatever. That's a bit too much. What's a commoner like me doing here, mingling with boys? What's the problem? You're great at mingling. And besides, you've been helping out Lloyd and Rena bunch. No reason for you to not be. By the way, thanks for having me to add it across the border into the Empire. Things would have been way harder about it. Tita! I told you that was no big deal. You said my bacon too. I'm done. Seems like couple delivery service is always there to help when you're in a pinch. Their services are a lifeline for the guild too. Everyone's very frank with whoever you guys around. You don't work for the egos, then you stay with the free business. That counts in your favour too. Look, it's a business and we do what we have to in order to turn a profit. Oh, she's blushing. You guys, stop it! You really like teasing her, huh? Don't worry, it's only teasing. Leaves, as well as the branch campus, used to be within the Capua family. The members of Capua delivery service used to be sky bandits, but they seem like decent people. Maybe. You're quite the social butterfly today. Just making sure I get to talk to everyone. Cassius is next on my list. Makes sense, since you all studied with Master Kafaya before. If I'm being honest, I'm not really sure why he and Chloe decided to come all the way here. And I don't know what to think about this Duchess Cayenne. The whole meeting's giving me some bad vibes. I mean, she's not a bad person, I promise. I can only imagine she must have been planning this for a while. She tries not to show it, but the situation in the Empire was totally bothering her a lot. You noticed too, didn't you, Instructor? Yeah, I did. From what I've heard, Yuna saw right through her when they met back up.
Sure, you may also be a genius who can come up with. There's no way an ordinary girl.
Her mask fell for a second there. She's only 16 too, even younger than Queen. I've heard and listened to that about the Cayenne family. The youth before the last was widely believed to be a just and wise noble. When he died in an accident, his younger brother inherited the time, and all he cared about was his personal interest. Yep. I guess he's foolish and unclean and stirred up a civil war, and their family was about to be stripped of their title and privilege. And yet, here we are, with Mirce as the mastermind behind the plan to save the world. She's got more guts than anyone on the ship. I think I can empathize with her more after hearing that. Yeah, me too. Judging from what I've heard, the first impression is tense. There's no telling how these talks will go until they're over and done with. But regardless of what major events are set in motion, you must not forget about the individuals that will be swept up. Mirce is one of these individuals, so do me a favour and stay by our side. I doubt you need me to tell you that. You really are. Huh? You really just say what you think without being around the bush, huh? I see now why Tita compared you to the sun. You're bright and you dispel any shadows of doubt in others. Thanks for the advice. That was my intention, but I needed the kick to get around to her. Good, glad to help. Good luck. Thanks. Oh, Estelle, there's something I've been dying to know. You and Joshua are together, right? But how far exactly did you guys go? That's all for poo. Don't try to wiggle out of it now. I'm burning with curiosity too. You would have tried to dodge the question. Whoa! Why are you all bugging me about it? Can't tell you a mean fucking thing. Looks like they're talking about something personal. I don't be afraid we are. Honestly, I gotta go. There we go, got a lot more like royalty. Hey, Kurt Ash, good to see you again. Happy to have your instructor back. Yes, very much so. It was only possible thanks to everyone's help. Agut was pretty impressive from that sort of his. Really see where he got the name Heavy Blade. Those two weren't bad either. I might have taken a couple of swings, but I was just one of many taking part in Operation Bustling Out. Same goes for me here. Maybe our time was lucky, but credit goes to everyone equally. Joshua, let me two of you have something important to talk about. Ben, she's right, don't put it off. Everything's going to shit right now. There's no guarantee we'll ever see each other again. Yes, you should sort things out. There's no denying that Raquel has become home to you. I'm sure there's value in learning about the place that led you there. Hamel was just a small village. It had no more than a few dozen inhabitants. As a result, there was very few children living there. Though I was the oldest at 16, my sister Karen was 15 and I was 6. But there was another boy too, who was 3 years old. He was too young to play with us much, but ever since he was a boy, we looked after him. I was looking forward to playing with him when he was a little older. He was almost like a little brother to me. But then those peaceful days abruptly ended. A group of Jaeger dropouts posing as the Royal Army opened fire on the villagers. I watched on as John and Amelia were shot. There was blood everywhere. Their son fell to the ground, blood all over his clothes. We fled, we ran and ran, too afraid to look back. Survival was the only thing on our minds. That boy didn't die though, he had merely fainted from shock. We had no idea. Eventually we made it out of the village. Lois stayed behind to distract our pursuers. He told me and Karen to keep running. But we got ambushed by another group of Jaeger dropouts. Joshua, that's truly heart-wrenching. I've heard it before, but it gets me every time. That's what happened 14 years ago. At least, that's how I remember it. That boy we left behind might have a different perspective on the events of that day. He may have hated us for escaping without him, and I can't blame him. The bullet you fired at Emperor Eugen should have been for me. Joshua, it's alright, Ren. I was shocked when I heard about what happened in Heimdall. I realised the burden that boy from Hamel had to live with. I was going to say Heimdall again. Well, I also need to explain myself. But even though I felt immense guilt that we hadn't checked to see if he was alive, that we hadn't taken him with us, there was another feeling too. Overwhelming joy. I can't say how happy it made me when I found out he had survived. Joshua, thanks for being patient and listening to this long story of mine. Don't know why you bothered telling me when it's got nothing to do with me, but it wasn't entirely boring. I managed to stay awake till the end. Ash. Glad to hear it. Thanks, Ash. The Hamel tragedy took place at about the same time I was first taken to Ymir. I'm glad Ash was able to hear Joshua's story. Oh, I didn't notice you were there, instructor. Hey, Reem. Dude, eavesdrop much? Sorry about that. But the same event Joshua was talking about pretty much changed the course of my life too, so it's at least a little relevant to me. Why so defensive, Ash? I thought you said that Joshua's story had nothing to do with you. She's got you there. Whatever, screw that old drama. We've got plenty of new drama we could talk about instead. For example, what's going on with you and Russell, huh? The hell are you talking about? Oh, why don't you share the rest of the class? Ben, it's not like that. Damn, you can't even see what's right in front of your face over there. We all know what's going on. It's obvious to anyone with half a vision. Who are you calling old, you little brat? I'm only 28. Why are we even talking about this? That's a very Ash way to change the topic. He's just such a crybaby. I'm glad Adios kept him safe. No, not just her. It's thanks to a number of kind-hearted people. Yeah, thanks for sharing that story with us, Joshua. Oh, thank you for everything. For all you've done for me. Okay, so what's now? It's an honor to speak with you again. I haven't had the chance to talk leisurely since we were here as Malak's garden. It was been so long. I was kind of having an identity crisis from the last one. Somehow, we've always been too busy to really talk. Yeah, true. Enough. Damn, all the generals here are strong as hell. You managed to hold off McBurn all on your own and without a companion. That's pretty damn extreme. Awesome. Yeah, same. My father fought McBurn as well. Though it seemed alright at the time, the damage his body suffered manifested later. Have you noticed anything similar? No, luckily. I seem to be perfectly fine. I don't think it's because McBurn was going easy. It seemed dead sound inflicting as many things as possible. I think he might have been particularly vicious when he was fighting Viscount Arcade. I was worried about Wallace too. Good to know he's okay. He knows how to me do it. Well, is that useful? You look off these things. The situation is pretty grave. At least I finally have a sense of what direction I should be heading in. I've got my hours to thank for that, and for lending me that strength. Guys, you seem to have gone used to new cars. Smartphone was a legend. There's no doubt on that. I think you'll be enough. It's kind of you to say so. I hope it won't some people. I've been concerned about you. You see now that I needn't have worried. You're doing well for yourself when you go far to keep it up. You now feel my confidence. I appreciate it. Don't study in the bathroom. I'm thankful they've got a good relationship. I should speak with Cassie soon. Sounds like the meeting's over.
Oh, you there, young man.
You're Reen Schwarzer, correct?
Yes, that's right. I wanted to make a acquaintance.
As am I. Stories of the Ashen Chevalier have certainly made their rounds across Calvert. Though I suppose not all of those stories paint you in the best light.
That's perfectly understandable. However, I hear you single-handedly destroyed a number of our tanks and gunships without killing those within. That's quite a feat, which spiked my curiosity. You see now why Lady Mildine, Princess Alfin, and General Le Guin hold you in such high esteem. Thank you for the compliment. Please accept my apologies back at tanks. It was nothing personal. You've also played a part in the Northern War too. Remetheria and Northumbria have been on friendly terms for quite a long time. It pains me greatly we couldn't do anything to help you. Your involvement contributed to significant production casualties among the citizens. You give me too much credit, I'd like to know. No need to so humble. We are sorry about you from refugees who fled to Remetheria when Northumbria was incorporated into the Erebonian Empire. Just realised how fast I was talking. Modesty is a fine trait, but it starts to grate when people downplay their achievements. Acknowledge your importance. You're the person whose actions may very well decide the fate of the world after. There's still plenty of time until dinner. If you'd like to chat some more, I'll be in my room. Since the acting Duke Alvaria and the fellow from the Inspectorate are here, why not invite them along as well? I will also be retiring to my room until dinner. Feel free to come and see me if you wish. I'd like to speak with Lloyd too. Speak me.
I was wondering when we'd finally get the chance to meet.
Lieutenant General Bright, I've heard so much about you from Master Kefali. I don't think I've had the chance to introduce myself to you either, Your Highness. I am Reen Schwarzer, son of Baron Theo Schwarzer, and disciple of the 8 Leaves One Blade School. I currently work as an instructor for Ford's Military Academy's branch campus. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, no. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you. In a way, This feels closer to a reunion than a first meeting. Perhaps it's due to all the tales I've heard about you from Tita and Josette, and from Prince Olivert as well.
I'm honored to hear. What happened to Oliver was truly heartbreaking. He had this grand vision. It wasn't only with Arbonia's best interests in mind, but those of the entire continent. Yes, he was a great man. Victor and Tyrell were good friends of mine as well. Their deaths have dealt heavy blow to Arbonia, but even say was felt by the whole continent. But now I must carry on without them. Even if that involves committing to something he most certainly would have never included. Huh? If you'd like, why don't you stop by to chat for a bit before dinner? Cassius, you ready to talk to Estelle, didn't you? Yes, and the others as well. Ren, Tita, Agus. Please do come on me. We could reminisce about domestic time together. I'll definitely stop by.
Oh, Rean! There you are!
Hello, Princess Alphen. Are you alright? Of course. I was a little shocked about the topics of discussion, but I suppose it's good we were able to talk about all those pressing issues. Princess. I see. I'm sorry I couldn't reveal the intended scale when I invited you, Princess. I trust you understand this wasn't an inevitable reality. Importance. Yes, I'm well aware of my responsibilities. With neither father nor my brothers available, it falls to me to represent the Imperial family and remain informed of the situation. Would you be so kind as to share some of that information with us at dinner? That's a plan. We could use more input on the matters at hand. We'll all be cooperating, of course. Racers, the special support section, and representatives of cause should make their voices heard too. God, I freaking slurred much into subtitles. We need to know where they intend to position themselves between Operation Jormungand and Mila Mirage. I slurred much freaking subtitles. Dinner will be served for a while. Princess Alphen, Elise, why don't you join me for tea? You may join as well in short time. But the topic of discussion will most likely not interest you given how easy it is. I can never tell if you're joking, you say, but tea sounds good to me. There's still time to carry the attendance before dinner. And I want to speak with the President and Prince Albert. I was going to say President. God, I slur as much as freaking subtitles. Chloe, how are you? I'm well, thanks. I haven't seen you in 3 months. Good to see you again, Joshua, Ren, and you guys. Been a while. Tita and I saw you in Grand South before we set off for Arbonia. I was happy to see you. It was the same for us, but we headed to Calvin instead. How is the Queen? Very well, thanks for asking after. She couldn't have attended with all the attention around her right now. That's why she sent me instead. I see, she needed someone trustworthy to represent her. After these talks are so crucial, why didn't Julia and Zeke come too? I imagine some urgent matters kept them busy. Zeke hardly has a moment to spare working as a manager. I see. Based off that, I suppose I have an idea of what's going on. Yeah. I doubt people are just making small talk over Team Biscuits in there. Can you share anything with us, Dad? We haven't seen each other in half a year, and it's straight to business with neither hello nor hug. I suppose a father can't hope for love and affection from his daughter once she's left the nest and become independent. Don't guilt trip me for not being all sugary sweet. You seem well anyway. Haha, you too, sunshine. Joshua, everything alright? Yes, all's going well. So you're Chloe's bodyguard today, Dad? Oh, don't tell me that's what you're here for. I won't believe it. Well, have some patience. Everything will be revealed soon enough. Then, did you get taller? You've grown lots since I last saw you. I'm only taller by 5 range. I had to be a kid, actually. No, please don't. It took me so long to stop looking like a kid. Height doesn't mean nothing, because I've been tall ever since I was a kid, and I'm 21 now. I think it was only yesterday we were traveling around the world together. I was a Sky Bandit back then. You might be older now, Estelle, but you're as happy-go-lucky as ever, I see. That's not the worst thing in the world, is it? As for you, Josette, even grown up, you never lost that little urgent attitude. About my personal identity, you see. Peter, I hear you've been making a name for yourself. Your grandfather had nothing but praise for you. Apparently, though, your mother worries about you a lot. Ah, she's just a worrywart. I will write her home. Yeah, I'll just go with it. I write her a lot to let her know I'm fine. I already messaged her. Why do I keep saying? I already messaged her to tell her everything's okay. She mentioned something about Agatha getting his comeuppance next time she sees him too. She said she was drafting a new research project involving human test subjects. What? It's like the good old times again. Oh god, Agate's reaction now. Estelle, did you see Zin when you were in Calvin? I did. It was just before I came to Arabonia. He asked me to pass it.